What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hashtag GSM for GM Season 4, Episode 16 here today in WWE 2K25 MyGM Mode. I'm Graham GSM Matthews. Hope you guys are doing well. We're coming off the Bad Blood pay-per-view. If you missed it, go back and check out last week's episode. A very good show featuring Gunther and Ilya Dragunov for the United States Championship and CM Punk and Jey Uso for the WWE Championship. And as you could probably tell here, surprise, we got a new champion in Jey Uso knocking off CM Punk. I am very excited with where we're heading into WrestleMania. We still have Survivor Series to go until then, though. We have a lot of storylines that I'm looking to culminate and build off of in the weeks ahead. So I'm really looking forward to this week's show as well. I already have some ideas for what I want to do next week, which we'll book at the end of this week's episode, of course. But today, we're going to be watching this matchup to crown a new number 1 contender to Becky Lynch's WWE Women's Championship, a title that she has held for well over 1 year. Quickly approaching that 2-year mark come WrestleMania. Will she even make it to WrestleMania as champion? We will soon find out. Tonight, Chelsea Green, who is coming off a win over Tegan Nox 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, will take on Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan, the two arch rivals that recently waged war in an ambulance match to find out who will be next in line to challenge Becky Lynch for that WWE Women's Championship. We will also hear from Becky Lynch tonight, along with the new WWE Champion Jey Uso. Seth Rollins will call up Finn Balor once more for a rematch after losing to Balor 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, or I guess technically on last week's SmackDown. I say 2 weeks ago because it wasn't on the pay-per-view, but you know what I mean. Ilya Dragunov will go one-on-one with Finn Balor en route to becoming United States Champion once more. Gunther getting involved, sitting in commentary, whatever. Tegan Nox and Naomi will once again renew hostilities one-on-one here tonight. They've already had 3 battles in the past. Tegan Nox is coming off a loss to Chelsea Green on last week's SmackDown. Naomi coming off a loss to Becky Lynch on last week's SmackDown as well, and their WWE Women's Championship clash. Who can get back on track here tonight? And then in the main event, for the first time ever, CM Punk taking on Jimmy Uso. After losing to Jey Uso at Bad Blood, he's not really sure where Jey Uso's allegiance lies. Jey Uso's made it quite clear in the past he is on his own Us, and he is not associated with the bloodline at any point, whether it be in the past or currently or in the future. But CM Punk's still skeptical after Jey Uso beat him for that championship at Bad Blood. But tonight he battles Jimmy Uso in one-on-one competition. But we will be watching this opening match. So I think we're good. We'll look at the power cards here. I think I bought one last week after we finished filming, that being the fixed match option. Although I may have done that on screen, because we have 2 of those, which is great. And those always come in handy. Let's see. Can we use this on anyone? Chelsea Green's the only one that would apply to at this point, so I don't really want to use it on her in case we don't re-sign her. The chill out thing we can use on Raw at some other point. The bad timing thing, boiling point. Yeah, I mean, we can hold on to these for now. Increases the fans' gain from this week's show by 20%. We can use that maybe in like a, pay-per-view go-home show week where I feel like it would really help. So yeah, I think we're good otherwise. And we're also at the $256,000 mark, which is great. I want to make some more money. So one, we can buy a new superstar to make up for Javon Evans leaving. We do need to make up for Javon Evans leaving the brand. But then also maybe buy the Wrestling Center at some point. We have since bought the Concert Hall, which is great. But I would love the Wrestling Center at some point soon. It took us a while to buy the arena when we were doing 2K24. I don't really want to wait that long in this game. All right, so we can get into it. Confirm booking. We're in Hartford, Connecticut tonight, so I'm sure I'll be in attendance in real life, or in the game, rather. Confirm booking. Like I said, we're going to be watching the opening match, so I just have to make sure not to simulate that. All right, spectate. Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan, number 1 contenders match for the WWE Women's Championship. And we'll get into all their respective stories as we start the match, as we get into it, watch the match. Becky Lynch being the most dominant champion we've ever had. Not only WWE Women's Champion or WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, whatever. The most dominant champion, period. We've had a lot of long-reigning champions. Even LA Knight, a former Intercontinental Champion of 1 year, a number of years ago. No one has ever held gold beyond the 1 year mark, except for Becky Lynch. I think I recognize this concert hall in Hartford. I kid. All right, we'll skip these scenes, skip the scenes. All right, boom, here we go. find out who will be next in line to fight for the WWE Women's Championship. And immediately Charlotte and Chelsea going right for each other. They did battle a few weeks ago, and Chelsea's in-ring debut here on SmackDown is a surrogate for Liv Morgan. Liv going for something quickly and immediately lays out Chelsea with a bulldog. Probably not still happy about the fact that Chelsea could not get the job done against Charlotte in Chelsea's in-ring debut a number of weeks ago. I believe they then teamed up in tag team action, or at least she did with Tegan Nox before they fell short. It was Tegan who got the losing fall in that matchup against Naomi and Becky Lynch, but Chelsea did subsequently pick up her first victory here on SmackDown by beating Tegan Nox on the go-home edition of SmackDown right before Bad Blood laying out Liv Morgan there with the kendo stick and then chucking it at Charlotte and breaking it in half, going for the quick cover. Chelsea Green quickly could become the #1 contender in that. But Chelsea has yet to face off with Becky Lynch in one-on-one competition, to my knowledge, so that would be a fresh match if she can somehow escape here tonight and earn that opportunity at the title. Nasty kick. Liv Morgan finally beating Charlotte Flair after years of falling short against Charlotte. They have been feuding on and off for years now, having lost to Charlotte on every other occasion, both in the babyface role and the heel role. Now Liv Morgan looking out for herself, not embracing the audience any longer, and she hasn't for quite a few years now. And it might be finally paying off. She wants to capitalize off that momentum and become #1 contender and win a championship that she never has. Now, she has fallen short to Becky Lynch in the past. Looking to use that chair on Charlotte and falling short. She has lost to Becky Lynch a number of times in the past, being upset that Becky injured her a few years back. But she's never held the championship. She's gotten countless opportunities and has never been able to win when it mattered most. Now, having beaten Charlotte in an ambulance match a few weeks back, this could be our opportunity to finally get back in the winning column here on SmackDown. Now, Charlotte also, just because she lost to Liv in that ambulance match, earning entry into this match after beating Valhalla in a Raw versus SmackDown match, the Iron Man match, I think it was, at the Bad Blood pay-per-view, earning some bragging rights for the blue brand. So all three of these women doing what they could to earn entry into this matchup and, prove that they deserve that next opportunity at Becky Lynch's WWE Women's Championship. Chelsea takes out Liv. She sets her sight on Charlotte, who then lays her out with a knee to the skull. Holy shit. Tossing Charlotte right down to the outside as Chelsea evades Liv Morgan. Oh, nice kick to the gut. She takes Chelsea, throws her into the ring, which is the only place where you can pick up the win in this matchup. No disqualifications, no countouts. Chelsea with a great dropkick on Liv. As Charlotte now with the kendo stick on Chelsea. And now on Liv. Looking to give her a taste of her own medicine. Beautiful knees right to the sternum of Liv Morgan. Goes for the cover. Chelsea back into it. Breaks up the cover. Tosses Charlotte right down to the mat. Chelsea and Liv, or Chelsea and... Oh, Charlotte may have been going for a spear there. Chelsea lays her out instead of the clothesline. And then quickly covers Charlotte right as Liv gets back to her feet and breaks it up without even a 1 count being made. Oh, there it is, that pay dirt-esque maneuver from Liv Morgan going for the cover. Charlotte too busy taunting. She's too busy taunting and she misses the win. Liv Morgan is the new #1 contender for the WWE Women's Championship, pinning Chelsea Green. What a fuck-up by Charlotte Flair. She was too busy taunting. That's got to be a first. Liv Morgan is the new WWE Women's Champion. Wow, what a win here today for Liv Morgan. Big win for Liv, and now she punches her ticket to face Becky for the championship, which I don't think she ever has. I know they've waged war in the past. Becky's beaten her a number of times before, but never for a championship. So, that might be a new addition to either the pay-per-view or the SmackDown before the pay-per-view. Liv Morgan goes over. What a win. That is... It was a good match, but it was just barely getting started before it had to abruptly end due to Charlotte being an idiot. And we have the run-in from Gunther. Can Dragunov knock off Balor? And he does, beating Finn Balor. Now he earns another opportunity at the United States Championship. We will do that match next week. Now, I said last week or a couple of weeks ago we would do Gunther and Dragunov again with GM interference. Gunther, in an attempt to fend off Dragunov, will seek the help of one William Regal, our SmackDown GM, and he will attempt to interfere and cost Gunther, or rather Dragunov, the match. We'll see. We're not watching that match. We can't watch the match. But we will do that match next week, probably, maybe in the main event of SmackDown. I'm not sure yet. That will be for the United States Championship, though. Rollins looking for a rematch with Balor. We could say Rollins cost Balor the win. Honestly, I feel like that would make sense, and that's what leads to Balor granting him a rematch that we will very likely do on SmackDown next week. The fourth match between these two women. Tegan Nox up 2-0, 2-1 against Naomi. Simulate this matchup here between the two. Tegan Nox again picking up the win. A nice rebound win for the former number one contender. Both Naomi and her both former number one contenders. Naomi wants to pick up that decisive win over Tegan Nox. 5 popularity points for Jey Uso. Holy shit. And then our main event, CM Punk and Jimmy Uso here tonight. CM Punk puts away the formerly undefeated Jimmy Uso, who had racked up a lot of wins here on SmackDown. So it's quite actually the impressive feat, unlike in real life, for Punk to have beaten Jimmy Uso. And that sets up a tag team match for next week. And we don't give a fuck about Raw. It's going to be Punk and Jey Uso versus Roman and Jimmy Uso next week here on SmackDown. Decent show. Raw didn't have a great week either, so that's totally fine. Brother, we made $389,000. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Holy shit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out from Triple H. And Raw only made $53,000. Where the fuck are these fans, like, that money's coming from? Holy shit, I don't care if we're behind. We're making a lot of money. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Survivor Series War Games coming up. But it doesn't matter, honestly, it doesn't even matter because we can't fucking do War Games. Anyway, Raw is applying limited stock, select an opposing brand, double the price of their power cards. Well, that's fine. We're not buying power cards anyway. Due to high demand, power cards are going to be more expensive this week. That's fine. The fans are starting to get a little tired of Tegan versus Naomi. After a rivalry has its first match at level 4, you won't get a full bonus from it in subsequent rematches until you make that booking at a PLE or a go-home show, which is actually what I intend to do, where you'll get the maximum bonus for concluding the feud. Okay? That loser Gunther attacked me during that last fight. I'm not going to stand for garbage like that. I want to settle things in the ring with him within the next 3 weeks. Well, we were going to do that anyway. I can do that. And then Liv said, I think you should put me in a title match with Lynch. Trust me on this. Well, I was going to. That was already the plan. She just won her match. She wants a title match with Becky, and she's going to get it. All right. Small increase to Liv's morale. I think I also promised Charlotte a title match, right? I did. That's funny. I did promise her a... We have a lot of things in progress. We're doing this one. We're doing this one. We're doing this one. This one, I'm not giving Charlotte a title opportunity. She fucking failed. She failed in that triple threat, so I'm not giving her a title shot. But this will be a very big show tonight. It's going to be Ilya Dragunov and Gunther for the United States Championship with GM interference. Helping Gunther. That's going to be a massive match. Using GM interference will update the match rules to no DQ and limit the match to single player with options to only play as the GM or simulate the match. Yes, confirm. All right, that's going to be a massive, massive match. We're going to actually open the show with another massive, massive match, that being the tag team match. It's going to be, let's see, CM Punk. We'll have Jey Uso start out here. Jey Uso and CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. And where is he? Jimmy Uso, the Bloodline. Perfect. We will have Naomi call out Tegan Nox. She wants a rematch. She wants one final match, probably some sort of no DQ match in a couple of weeks. On SmackDown. We will do that match. We're going to do Charlotte and Liv as well. Or, I'm sorry, Liv and Becky. I don't know what we're going to do the pay-per-view. We're going to do CM Punk and Jey Uso. And then Rollins and Balor I'll probably do at the SmackDown before. I'll do that at the SmackDown before. Gunther and Ilya will probably be at the pay-per-view. We might do Rollins and Balor tonight. I'm not sure. Still not sure about that. I do want to sign someone tonight, so we'll look honestly at what we can do. I think Charlotte taking on Chelsea tonight would make sense. After Chelsea took the pin in that match, and she's upset about it, blah, blah, blah. Let's clear that promo. Let's have Naomi call out Tegan here. We will do the call out here for, let's see. Liv calling out Becky. And then we'll do the other women's match right here. Charlotte and Chelsea Green, one-on-one here tonight. I like that a lot. And then we still have a couple other slots open. I like doing Rollins versus AJ and then Balor calling out Rollins. I kind of like that. Rollins and AJ. Well, let's clear that. We'll do that one here, actually. We'll have Liv call out Becky there. It's like a whole fucking hour of women's stuff, which is great. This, and then this, and then this, which is good. And then we will have, let's see, call out Balor calling out AJ. Not AJ, I'm sorry, Seth. Cool. I was going to do the other match between them tonight, like a singles match. But I kind of like this more. I might honestly, I don't know. Maybe we will do AJ and Rollins, but Balor getting involved. But let's see. I want to buy someone tonight, like I said. We have a lot of cash. I might use it on the new Wrestling Center, but we'll see what happens this week. I like to hold off on stuff like that. Fixed match is always great. We can't afford that because we have a lot of money, so I will buy the fixed match option. Honestly, I might use that. I do not want Liv to win the championship, by the way, at the pay-per-view. So I'm probably going to use one of the fixed match options on that, as well as on Punk and Jay. So we're actually not going to watch... we might actually not watch any matches at the pay-per-view. Well, that's not true. I wasn't going to do Becky and Liv at the pay-per-view. I was probably going to do that on the SmackDown before. What did I say? Let's buy this now. I know it's more expensive than usual, but whatever. So I think we'll probably do Gunther, and even if Dragunov wins the championship here, we will probably do one more match between them at Survivor Series. At least one more match after this. If Gunther wins, then perfect. Like, Dragunov gets one more opportunity. He can blame the GM interference. He got fucked over. He wants one more match with Gunther, and if he loses, he cannot get any more opportunities. But if he wins, then Gunther gets his rematch of the show and blames GM interference on his loss on this show. So yeah, I kind of like that. We will run back the exact same matches that we did at Bad Blood, but this time with a bit other stipulations. We will not watch Punk and Jay. Jay, I want to have him walk in at WrestleMania as champion with Roman getting involved in that match, costing Punk the win. Rollins costing Punk the win, because I want to do a Punk-Rollins feud as well. So that's probably where we're headed there. And then Roman Reigns and Jay can have their match at WrestleMania for the championship. So my early plans for WrestleMania are Charlotte and Becky for the championship. Because it was actually Charlotte who she beat in the first place to become champion all those years ago. So I would do that match at WrestleMania, this time with both of them as baby faces. Because we were actually teasing that before Mania this past year, WrestleMania 2006. When Charlotte came back to SmackDown. So I feel like that'd be the perfect Mania match. That and then Roman and Jay in a WrestleMania rematch, but this time for the WWE Championship. So I'll probably use two of the three fixed match options on those. But in the meantime, I do want to buy someone. I mentioned that. Let's see. Manage roster. I'm all over the place here. Talent Scouts. We have 5 Talent Scout points. let's look for icons. We don't need legends necessarily. 15,000. We can spare the 15,000 to look at who they have. Two talent scale points, rather. I do want to buy someone tonight while we can. Argus the Great. What a fucking name, by the way. Hula Hank, Tamara Tycross, and Sassy Malassie. Jesus. What are these fucking names, dude? All right. Drum roll, please. Let's see who's on free agency. Ideally, a babyface, because we lost Javon Evans, by the way. Boom. Kofi Kingston. Okay, we've had him on SmackDown before. B-Fab, Sean Spears, and Maurice. Not exactly the talent I was looking for. Okay. I might sign Kofi. I know he's a heel here because New Day are heels in real life. Sean Spears, I need a baby face, and we're not looking for women. So, God bless you, B-Fab. God bless you, Maurice, who I love. But I think we got to sign Kofi Kingston. We'll sign him for 5 weeks, and we'll see what happens. We can sign him for the rest of the year after that, honestly. I kind of like signing Kofi for now. So let's sign Kofi. And then this week we can use the open space in the promos. Well, actually, what's the end of season? 137,000. 137 would be another 50,000 after this. I mean, we don't have a whole... I mean, we'll just sign him for 5 weeks and we'll see what happens. All right. So we got Kofi Kingston on our show. We will get rid of this. We will have interference from Finn Balor there. And we will use this to turn Kofi Kingston babyface. Because we need babyfaces. And the last time Kofi was on SmackDown years ago, he was feuding very briefly with Carmelo Hayes, actually. And they actually won that feud. And then I didn't re-sign him, and that was it. So the last time we had Kofi here on the show, he was actually a winner. So it might make sense, actually, for even him to go after the United States Championship next. We'll see. Because he was only around for a little while, and he was feuding with Carmelo, and that was, I think, the only time that we ever had Kofi here on the show. But we'll figure it out. Regardless, we have Kofi on the show. He's turning babyface. We're doing Rollins and AJ. One-on-one with Finn Balor getting involved. I like that match a lot. We actually did this match in a number one contenders match, a unofficial number one contenders match, on the SmackDown After Mania earlier this season, and AJ won. That's how we earned the opportunity to face CM Punk for the WWE title at Clash of the Castle, and that kind of began Rollins' descent into madness. So I like the fact that they're running it back here. We haven't had AJ in action on SmackDown in a few weeks. Charlotte taking on Chelsea Green, who she blames for, losing that triple threat, even though it was Charlotte's fault. We saw with our own fucking 2 eyes. But we'll do Charlotte and Chelsea here tonight in a rematch from Chelsea's in-ring SmackDown debut a few weeks back. Massive tag team opener. Jey Uso and CM Punk teaming up. They've teamed before, but they will reunite here tonight against Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. We will watch that match on SmackDown's next episode. Naomi calls out Tegan Nox for a rematch. One last match in a couple of weeks coming up on SmackDown. Liv Morgan addresses her upcoming challenger, her upcoming opponent, rather, for the WWE Women's Championship, that being Becky Lynch. Kofi Kingston returns to SmackDown with a vignette, turning babyface. And then in the main event for the United States Championship, I wish we could watch this, but we'll watch the rematch at Survivor Series instead. Ilya Dragunov, Gunther, no disqualification match with GM interference from one William Regal. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this plays out. Gunther could retain with the help of Regal, or the interference backfires, and we have a new United States champion. For the first time in a long time here on SmackDown. So I'm really looking forward to the Stack Show. It's going to be a good one, and it's coming up right here next week on #GSM4GM. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. You can get videos like this early and ad-free. If you're a channel member, more information on that in the description box down below. And at the very least, just become a subscriber to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified every single time we go live and every single time we upload new content. Until next time, guys, have an awesome one. I'm Graham GSM Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.